Welcome back, children. Once again, this is Anso here. This time we will be seeing the third part of working with queries. Today we will be discussing only one topic, that is creating queries using query design. In the last part, we were discussing how to make a query using query wizard. This time we will be using the query design method. Creating queries using query design. In MS Access, we use complex queries to analyze advanced data. We use a lot of complex query methods to analyze the whole set of data that is there in a database. It depends on whatever purpose you have. We can create a query from scratch using the query design method. In this method, you don't need to use what is already available for you. You can design a query from scratch itself according to your requirements and what all things you need. This method offers you more control over the query. If you want more control over the things that is being used, then this is the method that you have to use, the query design method. While creating a query using design method, we work in the design view of the database. When you're using query design, we are working in the design view of the database. That is, you're doing according to your requirements. To create queries using query design. How do you create queries using query design? Open the required database. The first step is you need to open the database that you need to work on. Then click the Create tab. Like before itself, you have to click on the Create tab. From the Queries group, you have to click Query Design. Instead of Query Wizard, this time you'll be clicking on Query Design. The Show Table dialog box appears. The dialog box that appears is called the Show Table. On the Table tab, select the table for which you need to create a query. You need to first select the table from which you need to generate a query. Click Add and click Close. Once you have added the tables that you need, then you can close it. The Object Relationship pane displaying available fields in the source table appears. Object relationship means what all things are relating to these tables that you have selected will be shown. From that, you can select what all fields that you need. Double click the required field. The selected fields appears in the design grid at the bottom. Which all fields that you found necessary will appear in the bottom. Repeat step 6 to add remaining fields to the grid design. Here you are designing your query. So if you don't want anything else, you can remove whatever the headings that you want that you need to add into your grid. From the Sort drop-down list, select the required option to sort the results in ascending and descending order. Then you can use the Sort option to sort the results that you have got. If you want it in a particular order, you can do it in the ascending one. If you want it in the opposite one, you can do the descending order. To set the search criteria for each field you want to filter, click inside the corresponding cell in the criteria row. That is, if you want to select a search inside each criteria, then that is also possible here. Say you are having the different marks of students in different groups and you want to search which child got the highest mark for mathematics, then that is possible. If you want the same thing done for English, that is also possible. So each criteria can do an internal search. On the Design tab, from the Results group, click Run. You have to go to the Design tab. In the Results group, click Run. To save a query from the Quick Access toolbar, click the Save icon. The Save As dialog box appears. In the Query Name text box, enter the desired name and click OK. The query is saved and added to the navigation pane. So you just need to enter the query name in the text box, that is the name that you want, and then click OK. The query will be added and saved in the navigation pane. With this, we come to the end of today's presentation. Please go through this and the textbook pictures for further reference. Thank you.